Hey everybody, congratulations on another race season. We're coming to the end of the fall, almost time for the holidays, and we just had Philly this past weekend. So race season is pretty much come to a close. I know there's some few remaining races here, but we got some great big ones out of the way, a lot of the majors. We even had Boston take place this past fall as well. So congratulations to everybody. Now, what do you do to recover from those races? What do I do after my race? Should I run? Should I walk? Should I rest? Should I put my feet up for a week? Should I go to the Caribbean? Yes to all of them, basically. So honestly, whatever you want to do. I love this question. I love working with our runners after races, because there's so much impact that can be made. And most people think that they need to just kind of hibernate for a couple days or a couple weeks, and then got to kind of see what happens after that and throw some darts in the dark and see what sticks. So ultimately, the best thing you can do after a race or after a big effort, give yourself enough time to recover, but then also get back into it slowly. So I almost call it kind of like a reverse taper, where the 8 to 10 days prior to the race or prior to the event, you really scale your volume, right? So intensity stays the same, but you scale your volume. And then you taper, get yourself primed and fresh and stay ready for the race. And then after the race, you climb your way out of that, right? So you have your race. Presumably, it's going to be a hard effort. You may be sore, you may be tired. And this is one of those times where, like any other day of the year, if you're burning the candle at both ends, you may find that your body has high levels of stress and you want to take it really easy. So after the race, you may be feeling great, you're flying high, your endorphins are going, and you're really proud of yourself, which is appropriate. But you also want to respect the reality of the situation, that your body just went through a major effort, right? And so you don't want to throw too much at it too quickly. And so that's where take a couple days and rest, recover, kick your feet up, eat some good food, hang out with some friends and family, get yourself in the right headspace, and then start to work your way out of that, right? So I'd say the best thing you can do is go for a walk, the next day or the day following, or 2 days following the race, if your legs are feeling up to it. If your legs are still pretty sore and you're kind of rough shape, moving around, still going up and down the stairs, kind of grimacing, things like that, or if you're walking on your feet and your knees are barking at you, your feet are bothering you, listen to it, okay? Listen to your body and just kind of table it, kick your feet up a little bit more and give yourself another day or so to relax and recover. And then you want to start working out of it, right? So listening to your body is crucial. If you try walking around and your body's barking at you, just say, okay, not ready yet. But if you can do that and you really have no issues walking around, going for a walk, maybe 20, 30 minutes, that's great. Get the blood flowing a little bit, but it's not too much stress on your body where you're going to increase your risk of injury or illness also. Some people come down with a sickness after a major event. There's reasons all over the map for that, but again, you want to respect your body. But if you can get into it and you can go for a walk a day or two later and you're really not feeling that bad, you're like, okay, I got this, I'm feeling comfortable, then you can start adding a little bit more volume in. Now you can try swimming if you want, you can try cycling, some non-weight bearing activities that will get your blood flowing, get your muscles going without the pounding on your joints. That's a good option as well. If you want to get back out there for a nice easy jog, a low effort, do that as well. I would aim for maybe like a 4 out of 10 effort pace, which will kind of get you out there, get you moving, but without taking that intensity up super high. Remember I said it's like a reverse taper. That's my suggestion. In the regular taper, maintain intensity, scale volume. Now you're going to do the opposite. You're going to start to increase your volume and you're going to mitigate that intensity for the next 8 to 10 days or so and let your body gradually get back into working mode, right? So that's how I would approach kind of the days following and the weeks following a race or a big effort. If you're sore, listen to your body, just kind of get out there and keep those feet moving, whether it's with walking or with running. And I would say, if you're looking for a really specific recommendation, it's going to be individual for everybody. But I would say, every other day is fine. Get out there, do maybe a 30-minute session, depending on what type of event you did. And we're talking most marathoners are looking to recover right now because that's just marathon season ending. So you can get into it maybe like a half hour, 45-minute session if you really, really wanted to. Recommendations for good recovery, keep it flat, right? Keep the intensity low. So don't do speed work, don't worry about hills. You can go for a trail run though if you'd like. You can build in some walking hikes there in between some efforts up and down in the hills, especially in this area. So those are some great recommendations on our end for what to do. Most people think you have to rest for a week and don't do anything. That's not really the case. Get out there within a couple days and just get your feet moving a little bit to get the blood flowing. We find that helps minimize how long you're sore If you do nothing, you may feel like you're sore for a week, but sometimes if you get back into it, you get your blood flowing, get the muscles working, you can flush out some of those toxins, flush out some of that, race-induced, trauma to the muscles, and slowly start to heal, repair yourself. So those are some great recommendations on our end. Drink lots of fluids, use foam rollers or these rollers if you have them, use Normatec Recovery, go get a massage, go eat some good food. Honestly, the biggest thing that you should do is get your head right. Appreciate the race that you just had, enjoy your accomplishments, talk with your friends, your running buddies, because we all have them, and really just enjoy the process, and then keep the ball rolling forward. If you're like me, I always need something to look forward to. So I don't know, maybe start planning next year's race. But I like the idea of racing, right? I don't get a paycheck from this. I love the atmosphere, the camaraderie. That's the real benefit that I get from this. So do a race and then start to look for what your next one might be. But the bottom line is you don't want to wait too long before you keep your feet moving. I think that's a big misconception that people have and a big mistake people make after a race. So you don't have to worry about waiting too long. Give it a day or so and then get back into it gradually, right? Start with some walking, start with some easy jogs before you start throwing some race intensity and hills and stuff like that at it. So those are the really basic recommendations after a race and how you can recover and how you can start to get moving again. So again, it's individual for everybody, but tell us what your preferred methods are after a race. Tell us what you like to do. What's your favorite post-race food, post-race beer, whatever it might be. We all know I'm a pizza guy. I think Justin's favorite thing to do after a race is wake up early again for some odd reason, and I think maybe Ashley's is to go hop in a race car and get at the racetrack. So tell us what your favorite to-dos are afterwards, what's worked for you in the past. As always, thank you guys so much. Give us a like, a subscribe, give us a share. Congratulations on another race season coming to an end, and happy holidays, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.